Spain has finally broken its silence on the controversial injury of Lamine Yamal, and meanwhile, Amorim is targeting Raphinha to save Manchester United from chaos. But before that, let's talk about Hansi Flick's emergency meetings and Barcelona's financial situation. After the 4-1 defeat to Sevilla, Hansi Flick held two separate meetings with the Barcelona squad, one on Sunday with the players heading for international duty and another on Monday with those staying in the city. According to Mundo Deportivo, the meetings were frank and constructive, with Flick urging a stronger collective response and trying to lift the team's morale. Flick believes the current crisis is more mental than tactical or physical, especially after a marathon of 7 games in 21 days. He decided to take a few days off to recharge, viewing the international break as a chance for physical and emotional recovery. He plans to return next Monday focused on rebuilding mental resilience and tactical clarity, urging Barcelona to turn the page and show character after a poor start to October. After months of uncertainty, La Liga officially confirmed that the match between Barcelona and Villarreal will take place in Miami at the Hard Rock Stadium on December 20th, marking the first official league match ever held outside Spain. The decision sparked heavy criticism from clubs and unions, but La Liga president Javier Tebas stood firm and received backing from Barcelona president Joan Laporta. Laporta emphasized that the event is an opportunity to bring the club closer to its American fans and strengthen its position in a key market. He recalled the successful preseason tours in the US and said the match will be both a sporting spectacle and a major financial boost. Do you support this move? Both Barcelona and Villarreal will receive between €5 and €6 million for the venue change, with Villarreal earning slightly more to compensate for ticket revenue loss. The agreement represents an important financial boost for Barca, which could use part of the income for January signings. Barcelona announced an operating profit of €2 million for the 2024-25 season, signaling a financial recovery after years of difficulties. According to Mundo Deportivo, the main highlight was the BLM, Barca licensing and merchandising division, which generated around €170 million in revenue, driven by record shirt sales. Despite being authorized to sell up to 49.9% of BLM, the club ruled out any intention to do so, stressing that the division, fully controlled by Barca since 2018, is a strategic cornerstone. BLM's market value rose from €60 million in 2018-19 to an estimated €200 million for the upcoming fiscal year. General Director Manel Del Rio credited the growth mainly to the expansion of online sales. Even with a net loss of €17 million from extraordinary items, Barcelona remains financially stable and is once again operating normally in the transfer market. Raphinha has become a key player for Barcelona since Hansi Flick's arrival, proving instrumental last season and finishing 5th in the 2025 Ballon d'Or, though many fans felt he was robbed. Despite currently being injured, the Brazilian remains highly valued, and Manchester United is reportedly interested in signing him, viewing him as the ideal player to help restore the club to Premier League contention. Ruben Amorim is desperate to turn his team around and sees Raphinha as a potential game-changer capable of pulling United out of its downfall. However, Barcelona has no intention of selling him. Raphinha is considered untouchable and one of the team's captains. The club extended his contract until 2028 earlier this year and sees him as a vital part of its immediate future. Therefore, the La Liga champions have placed a staggering €120 million price tag on him to scare off suitors. Still, according to reports, sources close to Manchester United suggest that such a fee might not be an obstacle if the deal is viewed as a long-term strategic investment. The English club believes that signing Raphinha could be a transformative step in rebuilding the squad. While losing him would undoubtedly be a blow, a massive offer could prove irresistible for Barcelona given its financial situation. For now, the focus remains on helping Raphinha recover from his injury. According to Luis Rojo of Marca, he's expected to miss Barcelona's next match against Girona after the international break. His recovery from the right thigh injury suffered on September 25th against Real Oviedo is progressing slower than expected. Although the initial 3-week recovery window ends on October 16th, Flick does not intend to rush his return to avoid setbacks. On the other hand, Fermín López is showing good progress and is expected to be available for the next match, strengthening Barcelona's midfield. The decision to rest Raphinha aims to prioritize the upcoming fixtures, especially the clashes against Olympiacos Champions League and Real Madrid El Clásico, where his presence will be considered essential. Lamine Yamal's call-up to the Spanish national team sparked controversy as the player was still recovering from a pubic injury. Even so, he was called up and ended up aggravating the condition after playing 2 matches, missing 4 games for Barcelona. Hansi Flick criticized Spain's coach Luis de la Fuente for using him, especially after reports revealed that Lamine had played under the effect of a painkiller injection. In response, Spain's sporting director Aitor Karanka stated that there was total transparency and clear communication between the federation and the club. We resolved the matter once and for all based on the Federation's principles of maximum transparency, collaboration and care for the player. Since I arrived here and La Liga started, there has been communication with the clubs, concern for the players and the transparency necessary in a place like this. Karanka denied that Yamal had received injections to ease the pain that supposedly allowed him to play for Spain. I haven't heard Deco mention any infiltrations, and I've spoken to him several times. He said that 2 or 3 times. The Federation held an event 2 weeks ago, and I spoke there. There was transparency, and we discussed it because after all the work done with the clubs over several weeks, we thought it was time to explain what had happened. The idea is for clubs, sports management, and medical staff to all be connected so that these things happen as little as possible, and having learned from this, everything will go much better. Deco tried to ease the tension between Barcelona and the Spanish Federation by offering a diplomatic view of the situation, but explained why the club is frustrated. Lamine arrived with pubic overload. He tried to recover for the PSG game so he could perform at his best level. Things didn't go as planned after playing the full 90 minutes with such intensity. After the match, it was decided that Lamine wouldn't play in Seville because a special recovery plan was needed. The report was sent to the Federation. I don't know if Lamine spoke directly with De La Fuente. He's free to do so. De La Fuente also talked with Gavi. Lamine was still uncomfortable, not feeling well. We discussed it internally at the club, and from there, the national team was informed. I'm not involved in the daily management of the national team to know how they handle the players. We know they treat them well. We've talked with Karanka, and that's how it works. Normally, you don't like a situation like this. What we do is take care of our players, Lamine, Raphinha, Casado, Bernal, whoever it is, and each player has their own world. We're all lucky to have Lamine, but if you're important in Barca's world, you're important in the world. You have to know how to handle that, but it's much more of a personal matter. It's our job to help the players both on and off the field. From there, age is age. I'm 48, not 18, but Lamine has shown a different level of maturity because he's a special player, though still just 18. For Barca and for the world, having Lamine is a gift. We should be happy about that. Now subscribe to the channel and check out the next video.